most of the fans of the basketball player are fans of the sport of basketball. But yeah, if you guys thought that people weren't going to care, 1.7 million views.
Have you seen the Indiana Fever's most recent Caitlinclark training video? It went viral, receiving nearly 2 million views in a single day. Well, guess what? In a totally predictable and hilarious turn of events, Angelreese's public relations team leaks her own, and it's a total joke. Let's just say it's more like fool's gold than Clark's pure gold. Reese's, prepare yourself for an extremely entertaining analysis of these two videos. We'll see fan reactions, statistics, and some absurd, misguided attempts at one-upmanship by Reese. Tell me, jealousy isn't real, I promise. You won't want to miss this. Caitlinclark's latest workout video has everyone talking, and for good reason. Let's talk about this clip that made social media go crazy. She can't even put on her sneakers without the internet blowing up. 2 million views in a day is a sign of a mega viral video, but why is this specific video so significant? It's not just Clark flaunting himself, it's a masterclass in personal development. Three essential components are walked through in the video. Clark is already a rock wizard, but she led the league in turnovers the previous season primarily because no one was accustomed to the incredible passes she was making. It did improve after the Olympics, but it also improved because she is constantly double and triple teamed, which puts a tremendous amount of pressure on her control. Under pressure, she's taking that head on. Next, we see Clark hammering her mid-range game, which is huge because everyone knows how good she is at finishing at the rim and how she shot an absurd 62% from less than 5 feet last season, but that mid-range has been the one weakness in her offensive arsenal. Her opponents and arsenal are pressuring her to make those shots by using a pull-up jumper and an assist floater. Clark is making herself even more difficult to protect, and at last, the emphasis is on completing through contact. Although Clark doesn't mind driving, playing in the WNBA requires her to deal with some serious physicality, whether on purpose or not. By practicing her strength and simulating game conditions, she's getting ready for the bruises she will endure night after night. Look at those arms.
If you guys saw this workout has gotten a lot of people excited for Caitlinclark because she is like directly working on her weaknesses, which I think is a good look, honestly. I think that's a really, really good look for her because, again, when we're seeing somebody working on their weaknesses and not the glamorous weaknesses.
The thing is, what does this mean for the upcoming season? Imagine a Caitlinclark who can handle double teams even better, who has a mid-range game to complement her three-point shooting, who can finish consistently through contact, combined with her infinite shooting range and her uncanny court vision that leads to quarterback pinpoint passes. It's like giving Superman kryptonite immunity on top of his flying, his heat vision, his super speed, and his super strength. Clark isn't just working out, she's tackling her weaknesses head-on. This isn't about maintaining her game, it's about evolving and should terrify her opponents.
She's back in her natural habitat, back in the lab, playing basketball, and it's got to be a scary sight for the rest of the WNBA if she gets even better, because it's not as if she wasn't absolutely phenomenally elite as a rookie and arguably the best player in the league after the Olympic break.
As a rookie, Clark led the league in three-pointers and was among the league leaders in points. She broke the record for assists in a season and in a game, but she is already elite and aiming for unstoppable. This isn't just off-season training, it's a declaration of intent that an MVP season is approaching. Clark is seeking to dominate rather than merely get better.
So you're starting from a very high place, but as Michael Jordan once famously said, right, the ceiling is the roof. And there really is no ceiling on Caitlinclark's game because of her vision. I think that the thing that stands out the most to me is her court vision. And when you're able to shoot from deep, the way she's able to shoot from deep.
There's more to this story, though, because after watching Caitlinclark's video go viral, you're Angelreese's publicist. What do you do next? The answer may surprise you, and it's making waves in the WNBA world. Trust me, it's not quite the same level of dedication. Angelreese's public relations team went into full-blown panic mode and hurried to release their own workout video, And wow, this impulsive response betrays desperation rather than commitment.
There is really nothing you can do as a defense but hope the ball doesn't go in the basket. That's the level of greatness that Caitlin Clark can get to, where the defense's only hope is that she misses.
Let's briefly discuss this video. There's Reese. Ball in's hand flashing her handles and posting pictures sounds fantastic, but something about the whole thing seems strange. It's like watching a cover band attempt to recreate a hit song. The notes are there, but the soul is absent. Let's now analyze some numbers. Over 2 million people watched Clark's video in a single day. Reese's is barely a quarter of Clark's reach, with 200,000 views in 12 hours. At this rate, she'll be lucky to reach 500,000 in a single day. But the real question is, where's the Chicagosky in all of this? You would think that Reese's real team would be front and center, showcasing their star players' off-season grind, but instead we have crickets from the sky and a hastily put-together video from Reese's PR team, and no one seems impressed. Therefore, what's actually happening with Reese's training? Let's be honest for a moment. It's the same. Angel Reese had one of the worst percentages in WNBA history, shooting 39.1% overall from the field and a pitiful 44.5% on attempts from less than 5 feet. You would think that her workout video would concentrate on making those shots, but I'm not sure.
The lack of, proof that she's been in the gym working on her craft, trying to hone her skills after what can only be described as one of the worst shooting seasons anybody's ever seen in the history of basketball.
Instead, a highlight reel that appears to be more focused on appearance than on addressing actual flaws is shown to us. All flash and no substance. This is about maintaining appearances, not about improving. Reese seems more concerned with her Instagram feed than her stat sheet, but hold on, there's more going on while Clark is busy changing up her game. Reese has been making waves on the red carpet by giving scathing commentary on podcasts and venting about her pay. While developing your brand is perfectly acceptable, when your on-court performance is begging for attention, perhaps it's time to reevaluate your priorities. Speaking of looks, let's examine what we're really seeing in these videos because, believe me, the details don't lie and they reveal a story that Reese might not want us to hear. If you've watched this far and found the video entertaining, please remember to like, subscribe, and turn on all notifications. We understand that watching this video requires some of your time, and we appreciate it. Let's get back to the action.
Instead, we've got crickets from the sky and a hastily thrown together video from Reese's PR team, and nobody's impressed.
Have you ever seen those Instagram posts that mix reality and expectation that always make you pause? Well, the workout videos featuring Clark and Reese are giving off some serious expectations versus reality vibes. But one of these athletes is about to receive a wake-up call, and it's not who you might expect. Let's examine the actual content of these videos. On the one hand, we have Caitlin Clark is concentrating on certain areas of her game, such as tight dribbling, navigating through small spaces, mid-range play, and finishing through contact. Clark isn't just exercising, she's tackling her weaknesses head-on.
When she was literally the most inefficient player within 5 foot in all of the WNBA. Any which way you put it, she shot bad from the field. All right, she's 6'3" and she plays under the basket, and she shot 39.1% from the field.
When you switch to Angel Reese's video, you can see that she is shooting and dribbling, but there's something strange about it. Reese's inside game is screaming for attention while she practices three-pointers. Let me be clear, does she want to be the next Steph? Curry should concentrate on your own game and finish at the rim rather than making such a great effort to outdo Clark.
No, my rent is more than that. It's 8,000. I'm living beyond my means.
There's more than. Where is Tyler Marsh? Reese's real coach as we watch Stephanie White lead Clark through her exercises. Reese video does not feature Marsh. Instead, she is working with her trainers. There is nothing wrong with receiving additional assistance, But shouldn't your off-season plan include your team's head coach?
I'm trying to figure out why she's putting so much time in developing an outside shot when she works under the basket, primarily. You get a rebound, or you're going to try to run out there all of a sudden and shoot a three, even though you got perimeter players that are standing around waiting for you to pass them the ball so they can shoot wide open shots. It could potentially be a horrible season for the Chicago Sky.
What do these variations reveal about their perspectives? Then, the commitment and strategic improvement in Clark's video are evident. She's improving her game rather than merely keeping it up to date. However, it seems like Reese is more focused on maintaining her social media relevance than responding to Clark's viral moment, as evidenced by her video, which feels more like a hurried reaction to it. Legal battles. The truth is that while one of these players appears to be concentrating on likes and views, the other is getting ready for dominance. Although Clark is working hard to have a season that could be MVP caliber, she runs the risk of slipping if she doesn't start concentrating on the proper aspects of her game.
What did they used to say on SportsCenter? Can't stop them, you can only hope to contain them. That's basically where you already were with Caitlin Clark, but she seems to be working to make sure she really can't even be contained by anyone.
You can tell a lot about how fans respond to these videos. In the world of WNBA fandom, it's not just what these players are doing in their workouts, but also how fans are reacting to them. Let me tell you, the court of public opinion is in session, and the verdict is a doozy. While Clark supporters are thrilled about the prospect of a breakout season, Reese followers are baffled as to why she isn't addressing her true weaknesses. Don't take me for it though, the fans have plenty to say, and trust me, they're not holding back. Let's examine how the fans are responding to these videos since they are narrating a story. Clark's supporters of ERS are ecstatic, but Reese's fans are confused and frustrated. Why the stark difference? It all comes down to style versus substance. Fans are giddy over Clark's video, which shows her working hard at certain areas of weakness. One fan summed it up perfectly: this is a player who is actively working to improve rather than just relaxing on her laurels. The league isn't prepared for Caitlin's revenge tour, particularly when it comes to the Washington Mystics. That kind of excitement is impossible to fake. Now that Reese's video script is in place, things are completely different. Not only are Chicago Sky supporters disappointed, but they're treating Reese like a Thanksgiving turkey. One fan pointed out exactly why it's Angel. This question from Reese's PR team, rather than the Chicago Sky, raises concerns about team dynamics and player commitment, but hold on, things will improve. She needs to improve her inside game, but she's practicing three-point shooting when that's not her role, according to another Sky fan. One enthusiast said she should be practicing mic and drill every day, and she talks about missing the mark every day.
A lot of the videos we see with Caitlin Clark, she's got actual men, grown men out there in her face trying to keep her from making shots and this and that and the other. There's not a lot of hands in Angel Reese's face here, and I am confused by the fact that she's trying to become this long-range player, it looks like. This is... she plays under the basket, or we thought she was playing under the basket.
Here's a crazy idea. Is Reese trying to be more like Clark? Some fans seem to think so, as evidenced by comments like, "Is this an attempt to be more like Caitlin Clark?" Ree told Shaq that people love watching Clark because she shoots logo 3ES, and now it appears that she might be trying to emulate that action herself. However, the thing is that fans can tell the difference between hype and hard work from a mile away. They're not just looking at the flashy moves or the social media presence. They're looking for genuine, measurable improvement, and at the moment, Clark's video is shouting future MVP, while Reese's is whispering, "Please don't forget about me."
And you've got the moves that the Fever can make in the offseason, whether it be free agency or the draft, to bolster the roster.
What can we infer about fan expectations from this? They want substance, dedication, and a laser-like focus on improvement. They aren't interested in PR stunts or social media games. Instead, they want to watch their favorite players work hard to become the best versions of themselves on the court. The contrast is striking. With her laser-like focus, Caitlin Clark is positioning herself for sustained success in the WNBA. While she's not only keeping up her game, but also improving it and confronting her shortcomings, Angel Reese seems more focused on maintaining appearances than honing her skills. When it comes to court performance, the numbers don't lie. A clear weakness that Reese isn't addressing is her 44.5% shooting percentage from less than 5 feet. Rather than improving her inside game, she's out there trying to outperform Clark. Like Dennis Rodman attempting to pass for Steph Curry. With Clark putting herself in a position to succeed in the long run and Reese, to put it mildly, she may be preparing herself for something else entirely. Without a doubt, the 2025 season has become much more captivating. Get your popcorn, people. This matchup is just getting started. The ball is in your court now. Who would you wager on to have a longer, more significant WNBA career? Let us know in the comments, and make sure to subscribe and enable all notifications so you don't miss anything. We will see you in the next video after you click the one that is currently displayed.
Imagine if your first round draft pick had the season she had, the controversy she had, got injured in a questionable injury, asked out, and then started a podcast gossiping about everything in the league as a rookie. Please.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Caitlin's head down, just
Ready to
don't,
go.
you don't hear a peep from her. She cares about on the. So you got me wound up, Reek.